Okay, guys, Rodney, back at you. Hope you're having a great day. Like to start off with these three things. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Parents don't save for children don't save for the parents, but parents for the children. House and wealth comes from the father. And so this is mindset tip 53. This is the title of it. Something to think about. Something to think about. Now, this topic, this message is going to be a little different than the ones before. Um, and so it may be a little lengthy. I hope you listen to it and watch it to the end of the video and really think about what I'm saying. When I was in business and trying to get my brick and mortar business, have that, done that, internet sales for 20 years, you begin to know what you want and what you're looking for. So on my description, I have a link that I think you need to think about, and let me share this concept. Let me give you an idea that's using a hypothetical um, automobile company manufacturer, but dig into the concept in which I'm saying. And a lot of times, what's the company? What are you talking about? I'm not going to give you the company. I'm just going to allow you to click on the link based on what I'm telling you, and then you'll see it for yourself. So let me just start off with this Tesla. We all know about Tesla, and I'm not putting Tesla out there. I'm just using them as a broad example that I'm going to give you about automotive, but I want to give you a little backdrop. So a lot of times people say, well, I never heard of this company. I never heard this. Well, one thing I want to share with you, Google is just a search engine. It doesn't mean it's the truth. So I got some information off of Google, but not necessarily say it is the truth. Again, let me say that Google is a search engine, but it doesn't mean that the information is true. You have to do some digging and really do some research. So I just skimmed it, did just put it in there, use search engine. So I'm using this information. But Google, Tesla was a thought in 1990. Did you know about that? Did you hear about Tesla back then in 1990? Could have. I don't know if you did, but I didn't. Elon Musk um, started coming involved once he heard a conversation between two individuals. That was in 2021. I mean 2001. 2001. Did you hear about Tesla then? Did you know that it was on the drawing board back then? Were you preview to the information back then? Was there any commercials back then? No, I don't think so. In 2003, Tesla Corporation was officially founded. Here it is, 1990. Here it is, 2003, officially a corporation. In 2004, 2008 is when Tesla started to grow. 2010, they got their manufacturer, and then the rest is history. But we talking about 1990. So when we talk about corporations or companies that we haven't heard about before, doesn't mean that they don't exist. It's just haven't come to the public eye. The day that Tesla came out with that first model, I think is in 2008. It didn't start manufacturing it that day. They were designing that thing years prior, and then they got it to there. So then, does that make sense? So I'm using analogy of a car manufacturer for what I'm trying to illustrate to you. That's something you ought to think about once you click on the link and start looking to what I'm saying. So let's just say that you have a car manufacturing or company. I'm using car, it can be any company that produces cars. I'm just, again, illustration used for individuals. They manufacture cars for companies, and they manufacture cars for governments. Hear what I said? Individuals, for companies, and governments. and that's what they produce. And just put things in perspective, Toyota Motor Company is in 170 countries. 170. This company that I'm trying to get you to look at is in 220. Again, we're not talking about cars. I'm just using an illustration. Toyota, we understand, 170 countries. This company is in 220 registered, ready to roll. Fact. And so let's just say that they have these products, and the only way that you can buy these cars, we're just using as an illustration, trucks, cars, whatever, is through a dealership. Through a dealership, and the dealership was limited to 1.4 million. That's dealerships are done. You can't own a dealership right out coming from the manufacturer to have your own dealership. How I'm saying it, from the manufacturer to a dealership. However, i.e., there is a pilot. I'm using this as an example. And this pilot dealership is an affiliate. I'm going to say that's affiliate on the back end. You got the company, the manufacturer, you got the dealership, and then there is a pilot. I'm using it as an example. Pilot dealership, which is an affiliate. So I want to use it like that. Now, let's look at these automobiles as an example. Let's just say they have some 4-cylinder automobiles, but the 4-cylinder automobile have just as much power as a V6, but it has the gas of some consumption as a V4. So it get great gas mileage, but its power is at as if it was a V6. And let's just say the V6 has the gas mileage of a V4, but it has the power of a V8. And let's just say that the V8, hypothetical, the V8, I'm talking about products, how the difference in the products, if you're tracking me, you got a V8 that has the gas mileage of a V6, but it has the power of a V12. And let's say also that they have electric cars, but the base model electric car goes 100 miles further than the base of any other car. And plus these products, these engines, these models, this electrical is much cheaper than what's on the market. So it has more power, it has more gas mileage. Electric goes 100 miles further than the base, and it's cheaper. Oh, that's a great product, isn't it? And let's just say it come in all types of colors and SUVs and all that kind of stuff. What's out there on the market right now that people are buying, and it only can be sold through the dealership. The dealership, those guys that own the dealership will be making some money. Wouldn't you agree? Now, let's just say that someone in today's market in cars, someone can go to the manufacturer and say, hey, I want you to build me a car. I want you to build me this truck. And they buy directly from the manufacturer. What if the manufacturer said, no, you cannot buy directly from us. You have to buy from the dealership. Now the dealership is making possible the ability to make a whole lot of money because everything must go through the dealership. But let's just say someone said, hey, I want to become a dealership. Call the manufacturer and say, hey, I want to become I want a dealership myself. Remember, I said those dealerships are over with. You cannot have a dealership. But what if the manufacturer say, you know what? You can't own a dealership, but you can own a pilot dealership. And the only way, and the manufacturer said, the only way that you can have a pilot dealership is that you have to go through the dealership. The dealership is in prime shape because now it has a pilot dealership connected to it. And so whatever money that pilot dealership generates, it helps the dealership in which is attached. So every time someone goes to the manufacturer, hey, I want a dealership, they're gonna say, fine, I'm gonna attach you to a dealer. I'm gonna attach you to a dealer. And the manufacturer randomly gives that person that wants a dealership, that pilot, which is a affiliate, gives it to one of the 1.4 million dealerships that's out there. And somebody say that's a whole lot of dealerships. No, because you got a whole lot of products, you got a whole lot of stuff. Let me give it up to you. Let's just say I have my own dealership. How can I get into that? Well, let's just say that this manufacturer had products that went with your automobile, something that you could use on your vehicle. I'm just using hypothetical. That's why it's not that. So he can't do that. This is a hypothetical, but I want you to see the concept in what I'm saying. So here it is. You got a manufacturer that got something that other dealerships that are not affiliated with them can use. Now, how much opportunity do a dealership have? How much opportunity do a pilot dealership have when you're crossing all lines of dealerships providing something? Let me bring it to a little closer so you can understand what I'm saying. There are some businesses already there. Let's just say you have a business. You don't want another business. But what if the manufacturer has something that will enhance your business? Just like it can enhance the million other businesses that are out there. How much opportunity does the dealership have now? How much opportunity do the pilot dealership have now? Or the affiliate, what I'm saying, that pilot is affiliate have when it comes to the market. So I'm not saying that you have to stop what you're doing to do this. I'm saying the manufacturer may have something that you need that's cheaper, that's better, that will enhance your business that you already have. That makes you much more profitable where you are. It's something you ought to think about. That's why I said, guys, this is something that you ought to think about. Now, once you click on the link, you'll see the company that I'm talking about. It has right now digital products, but it will have physical products that will enhance your dealership and also help the dealerships that are already there that's not part of Bob's dealership, whatever you want to call it, not part of the manufacturer. I'll just say Chevrolet, it's Toyota, it's Dodge, it's all that. You got all those other jobs out there. But if you got something that's going to enhance your dealership, that's going to enhance your business, and it's going to be cheaper, it's going to be better, it's going to be faster, it's going to help your bottom line. That's something that you ought to look at. Just from the standpoint of the products alone, if something is going to be better, if something going to be more affordable, and it's going to enhance what you're doing, that's a no-brainer for what? A customer, an individual, a company, and governments. What is the potential of that? Enhancing individuals, enhancing companies, and enhancing governments, and you are in 220 countries. man, you are putting yourself in one of the greatest place. I'm not talking what you're going to get, because even if you own the McDonald's, McDonald's is not going to tell you you're going to make this. You have the potential to make whatever you're going to go. Now, let's just say, well, how do I get people there? Well, the manufacturer, the company is going to brand. They're going to establish, not, you're going to see commercials, and that's what we think about. We say commercials when we look at these automotive. We're looking at the commercials. You see them all the time there, but you're going to begin at some point seeing commercials. But one thing when it comes to advertising and stuff like that, they advertise things as a group. Just Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge. It's not advertising. The company is not singling you out, your dealership, to enhance your dealership. It's just the fact that if your dealership is in that city or in your town, you just go to it. But what the manufacturer does here, what the company does here, you have your own name. I'll use an example, Bob's Dealership. It's going to direct brand to Bob's Dealership. Just like there may be Teddy's Dealership over there. It's going to bring traffic. It's going to commercialize Teddy's Dealership. Whatever the deal, it's going to be individual. You're not competing with one another like multi-leveling marketing, because this is not multi-leveling marketing. I'm talking about a legitimate business. And I was giving you insight on how this business will look, how it looks when it comes to the potential that it has when you're dominating the industry, when you're able to enhance what you're already doing. But you cannot buy anything from the company unless you buy it from the dealership. And so you got the monopoly on it. You just can't go to the manufacturer. So these are the things that I'm talking about. If you have an idea, if you listen to this maybe a couple times and dig out what I'm saying as this example of this car manufacturer and how it goes from the manufacturer in 220 countries, giving automobiles to individuals, selling to companies, and selling to governments and countries and stuff like that, man, you got a big opportunity there, and it can only be sold through a dealership. And if you don't have a dealership and you want one, you can have a pilot dealership that's using as example, which is an affiliate, which again, you can only buy these products through the dealership, be it be pilot or it be one of the founding dealerships. It can only go through a dealership. And so, but just like dealerships, there are more customers purchasing cars than it is people wanting to have a dealership. Let me say that again. In any industry, people are consumers. They are consumers. They don't want a car dealership. They just want to go purchase a car when they want to purchase a car. So when we're talking about pilot dealerships or affiliates, it's not going to be many, because people don't do that. They got their own businesses, and that's what I've said. But so if there's a product that can help your business, then you don't have to start this business or get into a new business. You can just enhance your own business. And that's what makes this business so unique, because everybody is going to want what we have. Guys, think about it. Something to think about. I would say if I was you, click on it, just like the cars. Before I get out of here, just like cars, sometimes you get to test drive. Sometimes they may allow you to take it home for the weekend, test drive it. Here's what I'm saying. Those products that they have available right now, they got free trials. You just test drive it. See if it's something that will help your business. See if it's something that you think that you can prosper from. And the company is doing the selling. The owner of the dealership is not selling. These big dealerships, now the owner may come through there, but he's not making deals. I'm talking about the big boys. The owner is not making deals. What does the owner do? The owner pay people to sell. The owner paid people to advertise and to brand and all that. And a lot of that stuff comes from the corporation. He just is there listening to what's coming out from, what's coming out new. Maybe sitting on some boards, meeting once a year, whatever the case those guys do. But they're not on the floor. Now, if they small, they may be on the floor. If they trying to get it started, they may be on the floor doing those things. But I'm talking about an established big time dealership. They got people to do all of that. What I'm saying, guys, all those things that I said, the selling, the marketing, all that, the company does that. We pay the company to do that. They do all that, and we reap the benefits. We don't have to sell. We're paying somebody to sell for us. Let me give you one more example. I don't cut my lawn at my home. I pay somebody to cut my grass because I got other things that I need to be doing with my time. But there's someone who makes money by cutting my grass. So I am helping them to be employed by giving them an opportunity to cut my grass for dollars. So I'm paying somebody. We pay somebody to do what we don't want to do or the things that we can't do in order to enhance us. And that's what the company does. So I don't have to worry about marketing. I don't have to worry about selling. I don't have to worry about getting in contact with somebody. I don't have to worry about calling somebody. You ever heard you go to a dealership, get your car serviced, and then you have somebody calling you every now and then, following up? Is there anything that we can do for you? Is there anything we can do for you? Anything, they got a new car that we all been exposed to that. Well, that company does that. They pay somebody to follow up and see if there's something else. The same thing here. The company follow up with customers to see if they want something added or something new. And then do the same thing with potential customers. They flag them every now and then and say, hey, are you still interested in such and such? They do all that. We don't have to do all that. People that have a company, have a business, you do that. And so, see, when you have somebody doing that for you, that just shows you right there. You don't have to do it, and it's a little bit better. But I'm about to close now. It's been long enough. Guys, you need to hit this like button. You need to share this video. You need to click on what I was talking about. Take a look at the company and test drive some stuff that's out there now, because just like Tesla, you may not have heard about us, and I'll say hear about us. Once you click on it, you know who I'm talking about, but you will. Just like Tesla, it's a household name, just like those other dealerships, those other car corporations. The same will our company be as well, because we are already registered in 220 countries, and you don't do that unless you legit. Take care. Think about it, guys.